Okay, and we're back, everybody. So we're going to be continuing Pocket Mirror. I'll click back into the game. So last time, our wonderful little friend, Fleda, just decided to lock us in the attic. And now I can't get out. It's locked. Yep. Let's get out of here and go make a new friend. The small doll aimlessly stares up at the ceiling, silently muttering to herself. You got your cat? Good. It's comfy time. The toys sit quietly, neatly lined up on the tall shelves. Countless dolls stare down at the corridor, their intense gazes following whoever dares glance at them. I see bears. Are they friends? That's a pink bear. I don't think they're friendly bears. This attic is pretty large. It's that doll again. Hi. The one from the beginning. Where did it go? Probably nowhere nice. Various broken dolls rest on the shelves, most of them missing one or more body parts. Before I read that book, is there anything just around? Having their mouths sewn, the dolls resign themselves to observe their surroundings. Locked? It's locked. This place isn't so bad, right? No, it's pretty bad. I got so many friends here. It's a really pleasant place. Pleasant. Countless dolls and stuffed toys sit quietly on the shelf. There once was a little witch who lived in the woods near town. She played all day long, casting spells and flying around. One day at the break of dawn, 5 girls headed to the forest looking for berries. Mabel and Dorothy, sworn best friends, as close as 2 peas in a pod, both had received their blessings from God. The twins, however I say that, and Isabella, standing as the youngest, and yet said to be the strongest. Madeline was the town liar, who despite her mother's many warnings, insisted on playing with fire. Eventually, they came across the little witch and beheld her wonderful magic. Mesmerized by the wonderful scenery, the girls asked the witch how she did it. Kind and nice as she was, the little witch gladly revealed her secret. It's all thanks to my magic wand. With this, you won't have to learn any kind of magic, she told them, brandishing the tool in the air. We can share it if you want. Each of you can have it for a single day before handing it back to me. Overwhelmed with joy, the 5 girls celebrated with excitement. However, you must not allow greed to tempt your young hearts, for if my wand is not returned, I shall burn the thief at the stake. And so the little witch bid them farewell, leaving the girls to partake of her magic. Upon her return, the magic wand was nowhere to be found. Infuriated by the girls' betrayal, the witch promptly sought out the culprit. She tied each girl to a different stake, threatening to burn them all if they dared lie to her. Who dared steal my most precious belonging? The witch asked the girls, to which they replied. Madeline did it. Dorothy always says the truth, cried Mabel. Do I say it as Julietta? Is a liar. Mabel stole the wand, screamed Dorothy. Dorothy's innocent. Isabella would never lie, pleaded Julietta. Madeline may be a liar, but I know she didn't do it, exclaimed Isabella. You can trust Mabel. I'm sure it was Julietta who stole the wand, shouted Madeline. Whoever the culprit was, it said she was mercilessly burned to death. I can talk, I swear, pleading for forgiveness until the very last breath. What a horrible story. Who dared steal my most precious belonging? I better save in case I have to look at that whole book again. Squeaky Mouse. Make a save. Who dared steal my most precious belonging? Box of matches. You must now fulfill your fate, miss. You can trust Mabel. I'm sure it was Julieta who stole the wand. Adeline may be a liar, but I know she didn't do it. Is this puzzle different than it was before? Does it have a different solution? Madeline did it. Dorothy always says the truth. Juliet is a liar. Mabel stole the wand. Dorothy's innocent. Isabella would never lie. You can trust Mabel. I'm sure it was Julieta who stole the wand. 'Cause I want to say it was her. Am I right? I feel like I am, but like the text is a bit slow, so it's... I wish I could just have all statements on screen at once for me. It's easier for me to solve puzzles like that with that. Where'd that squeaky mouse go? Where'd that squeaky mouse go? Can I go over here, by the way? Is there something blocking it? That startled me. You're our only hope, miss. The toys sit quietly, neatly lined up on the tall shelves. I need to cross the other side somehow. I can't believe it. I'm saved. Thank you so much, miss. What? Oops. I died. I died. Oops. Game over. Load me back in. I've already forgotten all their names. Maybe a liar, but I know she didn't do it. Oh, do I have to chalk them all? Who dared steal my most? Oh, you give me the matches first. That's right, okay. There we go. Rusty key. Divine punishment has been rightly administered. These puzzles hurt my brain. I wish all statements could just be on the screen at once. Makes it easier to figure it out faster. It's locked. Rusty key. Use it. It's so dark. Oh yeah, it's dark alright. It'll get darker when you die in here. Scissors? Take them. Rusty scissors. Maybe I could use this to get out of here. Ooh. It's these notes again. You took my most precious belonging from me. It's only fitting I do the same. I wonder who could have written something like this. There's hair coming out of this mirror. The mirror's surface emanates an ephemeral ghostly glow. There's a tongue twister. Say that 3 times fast. Ha 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 ha, says the old ones. The old sheets. What was that? What was that indeed? Surely just a bunch of happy teddies. Surely they just knocked over a jar of honey. No messes will be had here. What do I do? I can't get out. What do you want to get out for? I thought you were staying here with us. I'm not staying here. Please, miss, don't leave us. We need you, miss. No. You must stay. You're not allowed to leave. I have to leave this place. Oh, it's hitting me. Okay. Ah. Damn it, I'm dead. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to head right now. Game over. Alright, back we go. I seem to recall there's like a board or something I need to cross the gap, but I don't have that right now. I just found scissors. Load again. Well, time to bust out the tried and true method of trial and error. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, there's a board. Okay. There we go. You mustn't kill, miss. You have to save them. Open the door. Why'd open the item menu? Am I supposed to use the scissors for that? Apparently so. What is this place? Their beloved garden. There's a save. Did I use the scissors? Okay. I'm not... What did the scissors have to do with the door? I just kind of pressed that. Somewhat wondering if that was a glitch. How did scissors open a door? You truly are special, miss. What do you mean, Mr. Pumpkin? Why don't you go ask the princess? I bet she's dying to see you. It was required? Okay. That's weird. I'm impressed. I wasn't expecting you to get this far. Mr. Pumpkin, where am I? Oh, I don't know, my girl. We could be anywhere. Is there something behind that tree? No, I can't get there. The statue looks familiar somehow. What happened to these statues? It's Fleda. What is this? Why is there a statue of me here? Oh, the musical chairs. Fleda. Welcome back, miss. Fleda, I have to talk to you. Talk? About what? I need to know what's going on, and And how did you get out of the attic? Tell me, miss. How did you escape? Fleda, listen to me. Please just... Say, miss, will you play one last game with me? Fleda, please, no more games. Let's play my favorite game, shall we? If you win, I'll tell you everything I know. If you lose... You probably already know what will happen. You promise you'll tell me what's going on? Why, of course. Have I ever lied to you? Yes, many times. Many times. Every time you talk, you lie, you little brat. Let's play now. Sit down on the nearest chair as soon as the music stops, as quickly as you can by pressing A. Be careful not to be left out, or you'll lose. And you probably know what will happen if you do. Game start. We're going back and forth. Don't lose at musical chairs. I had to hit it multiple times there. I guess I should just start mashing it next time it happens. More are dead. Four left. Another rabbit gone. Who left? She was not having that. I win. I'm in the seat. You're not. You're a loser. I'm sure this will be enough, Leda. Please tell me what's going on. Who said you won? I did. The game did. I'm the princess, and the princess declare... princesses declare what happens in their kingdom. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm the one who won. Leda, I'm serious. I need you to tell me what's going on. Stop asking me that. Haven't I told you you're staying here? No, I'm not staying here, Fleda. What was that now? I don't want to stay here. I already told you you're staying. Don't make me lose my temper, miss. But Fleda, I can't. And why can't you? Because I need to go find the answers you refuse to give me. I'm sorry. I'm not. I didn't mean to yell, but I'm not feeling very well. I need to know who I am to understand why I'm here. I'd like to spend more time with you and Egliet, but... it's not enough. It doesn't feel right to stay here when I don't even know you. What do you mean, you don't know me? After all I've done for you. You don't have the right to say that to me. Don't you dare belittle me. My name is Fleda. My name is Fleda. You wanted a friend to play with, and I gave you one. You needed a place to play in, and I gave you one. How is that not enough for someone like you? Fleda, please. I'm not letting you go. You came to me first. I'm not letting you leave me again. Fleda, I'm grateful for having you as a friend, but Grateful for having me as a friend, is that it? How can you be so selfish? I deserve better than this. I waited for you. I made a place for us to be together. I'm not letting my kingdom go to waste. Fleda, I don't understand. That is enough, Fleda. It's time we let it go. What are you talking about? Are you telling me to give up? Yes, I am. It's time we end this farce, my girl. Egliet? What's the meaning of this? Are you on her side now? Is that it? Don't be stubborn, Fleda. You know there's no end to such a path. Egliet, I'm not a liar. I'm the princess. Why are you doing this to me? I thought you were my friend. I am, and this is the reason why I will stay here with you. With or without our kingdom. Egliet, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you? You want me to lose to her. I want you to stop lying. That's enough, Fleda. Daydreaming will only take you so far. Egliet, shut up. This is enough. Shut up. She's crying now. She's sad. Why don't you understand? All I wanted was to wait for you. I wanted to play with you again. I don't want to be alone anymore. I want to be with you, Fleda. But you wouldn't understand. You said you didn't even know me. Fleda, please forgive me. I didn't mean to... You're going to leave me again. Aren't you? But I'm never going to forget about you again. I can promise you that. Oh, stop your whining. I want to be your friend, Fleda. I don't know what happened before, but I met you again, didn't I? And we played together, didn't we? I had fun with you. Me too. Don't cry, Fleda. I'm sure we'll meet again. Wait. What? Before you go, can you tuck me into bed and tell me a story? Of course. I'm sorry, Fleda. I don't know any stories. It doesn't matter anymore. Do you really have to go? I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm looking for, but I need to go find it. I'm gonna be all alone again. Egglet will be with you, right? But I wanted to spend more time with you. Miss. I'm happy I got to meet you in the end. I wish we could play for a little while more. Fleda, I want to give you this. I got her good ending, right? Yeah. I got the next letter. Fleda's Regalia. Rosen... Blokchen? How do I pronounce that? I'm never gonna know. I don't know any German. It's my treasure, so please take care of it. Are you sure I can keep this? Uh-huh. It's for you. Oh, in that case... The imitation pocket mirror. I want you to have this after all. You're so silly. Thank you, miss. I promise I'll take good care of it, too. Let's play together again. Oh, yep. I've been through the game a few times, so... I know what everything means. I'm not, like, talking about endgame stuff right now. Fleda? I'm so sorry. The small bean is sad. It'll be alright. You'll be just fine. It means rose bells in German. Okay. A collection of mirror shards rest on the scattered bed sheets, each and every piece devoid of reflections. Alright, the A has been added to the end of my name there. Small golden bell decorated with silly pink ribbons. There's a letter A engraved on the inside. Hello, Squishy. Egglet. Thank you for all you've done, miss. Egglet. Are these perhaps yours? Yes, I see them. No, miss. They now belong to you. Consider them a gift from me, if you will. I see. Thank you. Before you go, I have something to tell you. Beware of what's yet to come, my girl. As I've told you before, everything is in your own hands. Egglet? Although, it is a rather selfish request. Could I ask you to keep these memories close to your heart? Of course. I'll never forget about you and Fleda. I see. You have my gratitude, miss. Go on now. Follow your own path. For no one other than you can do so. Thank you, Egglet. And please, take care of Fleda for me. I will. There's nothing for you to worry about. Squishing on out of here. Would you like to save your progress? I would if I were you. Okay. Good ending acquired for Flatus chapter. I don't get the regalia at the end of each chapter if I don't do the good ending conditions. A passage. No, this is a remake. Where am I? Am I getting to that chase section? Immense white sheet lays beyond the openings on the wall, leaving nothing behind but the fragile rays of ephemeral light. Nothing to do but enter the mirror. This is chapter 2 now. Oh, this part. Okay. This part was abysmal in the original release. They had to, like, update it. Ugh. Here we go. Updated versions made it a lot more bearable, but this part was a little rough. I hope they made it even more bearable in the remake here. Just run by all the mirrors. I have this theme ingrained into my memory. Just wait for it. Here we go. I don't like this place. Just keep waiting. Alright, so it gives me an automatic save prompt here, because this game, it's about to start a chase scene right here. In the original, like, 1.0 release, you didn't get a save here, so you had to run through the maze every single time to get another chance at this, and it was such a pain in the ass. I guess enough people complained that they gave you an automatic save prompt here. Okay. Hey, what's up? Hi. Run. Yes. Can you imagine doing this, having easily failing? Just keep holding the same direction. Don't let the tricks get you. Damn it. Never mind. That didn't work there. Okay, I had to turn back there. Let's do it. I had to turn around at that point. Yeah, so imagine running through the entirety of that cinematic maze over and over and over just to try this again. Yeah. Wouldn't shock me if them watching me struggle with the original years ago is why they added it too. I recall getting real salty with this. Let's go. It's an illusion, just keep holding right. Okay. Being chased. Turn back. And go back. Keep holding left. And I had to hold down at that part. Damn it. You can see why this would make someone pretty mad. I'm just painting the picture so y'all understand my pain. Feel bad for me. Run. Run. Okay. It's basically kind of trial and error. Knowing which direction to hold at what time, pretty much. Left. Down. Okay, Okay, go right. Hold left. Keep holding left while it does this. Then go down. Oh, right. Did I make it? Okay, I think I made it. Miss! Miss, please wake up! Are you alright, miss? Who are you? Please be careful. You shouldn't make any harsh movements. Please don't be scared. I'm here to help you. Who are you, miss? Oh, I apologize for not introducing myself. My name is Harpay. That's how I've always said it. Is that actually how you're supposed to pronounce it? No, it's fine. I understand you'd still be scared after what happened earlier. But please believe me when I say that I'm here to help you. It is all right to trust me, miss. What is it? Who was that chasing me down earlier? It's not too quiet, is it? I feel like the audio for the last little bit has been, like, up and down all over the place. She's a very ill child. She should not be trusted, miss. I'm afraid her intentions are rather harmful. I see. Please listen, miss. I'm going to protect you from any harm. You will be safe with me, I can promise you that. Miss Harpay? Oh no, please just call me Harpay. Let's go inside now, my girl. I'm sure you're tired, and probably thirsty as well. Let's go have some warm tea, shall we? Yes, thank you. You're still pretty hesitant, aren't you? I'm sorry. I just can't seem to calm myself down. That's alright, miss. I can assure you, you will be fine. Come now, let's go somewhere more comfortable. Thank you, Miss Harpay. Oh, I mean Harpay. Please don't force yourself. Let us hurry inside. Yes. Alright. I don't know where I am, but I'm still small and squishy. Certainly this won't be horrifying to explore. Please take a seat. The secret manor. Please take a seat. Alright. I don't remember what stuff I have to do for the good ending for this chapter, so you're gonna need to remind me. Yeah, I should start saving on the third one for now. Save after the mirror maze and start saving on 3. We still don't know if the old walkthrough will function well enough for this remake. Please take a seat. Not sure if they've changed things. That's some loud fire crackles. I've been awaiting you for a long time, miss. You have? Yes, I have. Although, I do know it might sound strange. Answers here don't matter, okay. We've never met before, have we? No, not like this. You may think of me as your guardian angel, miss. I will always be here to protect you. I still have many questions. I'll try my hardest to give you the answers you're looking for. Then What's my name? I can't seem to remember my own name. I was wondering if you knew what it might be. I'm sorry, miss, but that is a question I don't have the answer to. I see. I'm sure you'll remember it soon. I can assure you everything will be all right. Thank you, Harpay. You're so kind. Oh, that is because I care for you, my girl. You have finally smiled. Thanks to you. That is the expression that fits you best, miss. I wish for nothing more than your happiness, and I will do everything in my power to see you smile. Thank you, Harpay. Alright. I still have one more thing to ask you about. If it's alright with you, go ahead. Do you know of a girl named Fleda? She looked very hesitant to say that. Fleda? I don't think so, miss. Although it does sound quite familiar. I see. Did anything happen? Oh, no. I was just wondering if you had heard of her, that's all. Ding ding. The bell tolls. Oh my. That's a very Symphony of the Night, crusty reverb sounding clock. Time sure does fly by when you're entertained, doesn't it, miss? Yes, it does. You should drink your tea before it cools. Drink the tea. Okay, this doesn't matter, I guess. I will. Thank you, Harpay. Oh, I almost forgot. Oh. Is everything alright? There's... What is it? There's something in the tea. What do you mean? There was something inside my teacup. I see. I'm sorry. I apologize, miss. No, it's alright, Harpay. I also overreacted. I truly am sorry, my girl. Is there any way I could ever compensate you? There's no need to compensate me, Harpay. I'm alright. It wasn't that bad. But Your tea was delicious. Thank you, miss. Actually, I have prepared something else for you. Oh, Harpay, you didn't have to. Yes, I did have to, miss. Today is a very important day. It must be celebrated. I don't think it really matters what was in the tea. I guess that's just a thing. I made this for you, my girl. Harpay's cardigan. I hope you like it. This is so pretty, Harpay. Is this really for me? Of course. I made it myself just for you. Thank you so much. You're welcome, miss. Hey! I got a little costume update. Does fit you well. I'm so glad. It's very comfortable, too. Thank you so much, Harpay. And stop thanking me, my girl. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll take good care of it. Thank you, miss. Well then, I should go make more tea. You must be quite thirsty. Oh no, I'm fine. Oh no, I insist. I want to compensate you for what happened earlier. There's no need to, but alright. Now, wait here for a little while. I'll be back soon. In the meanwhile, feel free to read some books. Thank you, Harpay. Alright, there she goes. Jeez. I do feel like the fire crackling is really loud compared to everything else. Keep adjusting that slider on the side here. Okay. Hardly feels like it's been like 40 minutes. I wasn't sure if I had enough energy to keep going with another session of Pocket Mirror today, but I don't know, I'm kind of into it. It's just very comfy, even though I gotta do a lot of reading. The mirror's surface is dull, as though covered in a thick layer of dust. An aged grandfather clock stands next to the fireplace, both its arms and pendulum hanging still, as if frozen in time. What was that? Okay. Various volumes of sheet music are lined up on the bookshelf. Whether you're watching this now on Twitch or later on YouTube, I hope it's comfy. Shoutouts to the people that have been telling me that they watched the original playthrough like 8 times. It's all in Braille, but there's a note on the side. I don't like it when he tells me about her. It's none of my business with that woman, what she did or didn't do. Don't want to hear about it or think about it. All I know is that I don't want to be here. Anywhere else is fine, just not here, not with them. A fine porcelain teapot sits on the glass table, accompanied by matching teacups. I check the fireplace over here. The flames dance eerily in the hurried, spontaneous movements, illuminating their surroundings with a faint yet warm glow. Can I have some sweets? No, I can't have some sweets. No sweets for me. Some speak of witchcraft, others mention fanaticism as the root cause, or even... Doesn't fanaticism have a C in it? Fanatism? Must be a different word. Whatever. Or even unexplained collective hysteria. Doubting my knowledge of the English language at this moment. The two girls' disappearance, too, has remained a mystery, even to those who witnessed it all. The rest suddenly changes to Braille. Okay. An aged grandfather clock stands next to the fireplace, both its arms and pendulum hanging still as if frozen in time. I read that one already. I'm worried about Harpay, but maybe I should stay. Go outside, stay here. Tall golden candelabra shines bright, its surface reflecting. Tall... Oh. Okay. Taking a seat. She's taken a while. Okay. It's so warm in this room. I'm feeling sleepy. I think I was supposed to leave when the crash happened. I thought I was waiting for a different sound. Oh, poor thing. Don't worry, my girl. You will be safe from now on. I shall take care of you. Game over. You died. Maybe they changed the sound. Yeah, I don't remember it being a crash in the original, but again, it's been years. Alright. So when I hear the crash, I have to leave. I just have to keep checking stuff until eventually I hear the crash. Okay. There it is. What was that? I'm worried about Harpay, but maybe I should stay here. Go outside. The achievement? Oh, that was... It said Sleeping Beauty. Did you guys see it that time? It didn't show achievements on the overlay last time, did it? Oh, you can see it? That doesn't make much sense. Why? I'm capturing the exact same way. Whatever. For a sec it showed up. Okay. Looks like I can only go up. I vaguely remember this place. Look at that. How spooky it is. Look at that lighting. Was the Achievo just glitching there for a second? That's not a big deal, I guess. Part of the experience. Harpay. Closed doors. Guess I'm locked in now. It's locked. So I haven't hit anything so far that affects the ending, but as we saw in the first chapter... Like... Oh, hang on. Father, look. I drew this for you. Do you like it? Yes, of course. Now listen here, my girl. Do you remember what I told you this morning? Yes, Father. You must not pester me tonight. I will be busy attending an important meeting. Understood. Now resume your studying. You mustn't waste time doodling aimlessly. Yes, Father. Okay. Is there anyone else here? Someone's sad. Someone's super duper sad. They're crying. They're squeaking. It's so windy outside. Consumed by dark spots, the filthy, tattered curtains hang heavily on the pole. Ah. Okay, we can keep saving on 3, because I haven't hit anything, as I was saying, that affects the ending yet. The ending conditions for this game are really weird. Like, you would not get the best possible ending on your first run without knowing things. I've beaten the original a few times at this point, of course. But I just obviously don't remember everything off the top of my head. The bust of an important-looking man, his menacing, well-defined features are deeply engraved into the marble. At least it's probably not as funky as the stuff in Clock Tower. It's too dark. There we go. It's possible I may miss something new as well, because remake. Remember in Clock Tower how if you don't pick up the, you don't pick up a random item in Chapter 1, then you just literally can't frickin' beat the game in Chapter 3? I love that. Sergeant Major, Roman, Per, making my German viewers facepalm if I attempt this. I hereby leave you this letter in regards to your daughter's behavior during my tutoring classes. I believe it has come to your attention that she is not in the most healthy of states. I would suggest you consult a doctor. Recently, she's been demonstrating a bizarre tendency for violence, which is reflected in her nervous outbursts during classes. Things such as ripping pages off books, suddenly scribbling over her own notes, and throwing tantrums when asked to read have become the norm. However, as disturbing as these behaviors might seem, her true violent tendencies are aggravated to the point of ripping her own hair off during lectures and attempting to hurt herself with the quill. I myself have occasionally become the target of these hysterical behaviors, and that, sir, I refuse to tolerate any further. I'm sending you this letter of resignation with the best regards and wholeheartedly hope you will be able to find a capable tutor such as myself to... It ends here. The rest has been ripped off. There we go. Tall white flowers rest untouched, each petal covered in a thick layer of dust. The clock ticks. I know it's common in horror games, but the ticking of clocks just, like, starts to give me a headache very quickly. What's this? Wax record 1 of 4. Okay, let's find more of these. Clock's hands hang down loosely, weakened by the passage of time. Pumpkin charms! Nice. An old phonograph rests on the table, covered with dust and cobwebs. Wax record 1 of 4. Can I use this here? I am recording this. Leave you my children, my testimony of what I have brought upon of our lives. A being whose hold of my beloved daughter's name. Everything mother could do for you. Hope is your pocket mirror, my girl. All that I can say. Deepest regrets are now a burden to you. I know this voice. Yeah, that's right. I don't need to find all 4 of these, but they do give lore. They don't affect the ending if I don't find them all, though. Okay. Let's have a look around. There's a pile of letters on the floor. These all seem to be medical medical letters. I almost said medical lectors. As in, like, Hannibal Lecter. After analyzing the patient's mental health these past few days, I can now securely state my diagnosis. It has come to my attention that this patient, Elise, D. Hyliage... Yeah, someone in chat says the D and H means Holy One, is having nightly visions, imbalance of bodily humors, and melancholia. Such behavior is not harmful to other members of the subject's family, however, it is quickly wearing down the subject's health. The patient should spend their days at ease with moderate consumption of thin white wine, practice of gentle exercise, warm baths, plenty of sleep, moderate carnal copulation, and exposure to soothing music. I shall pay the patient a visit a month from now to verify the progression of symptoms. Okay. Elise is the name of, character that's going to be a playable character in Goody Two-Shoes whenever that comes out. One day. It's a really big brobble. Really big bubble. They're all written in Braille. The life and works of that person. There's so many boring books in this library. Damn, not a fan of that guy? Did something fall? What is this? Why am I in that photograph? Oh, something's playing here. What's going on? I'm glad the ticking of the clock stopped, at least. Looks like a diary entry. Tonight, I have encountered the same scenario yet again. Invading my dreams, that mysterious shadow taunts me to follow it along a never-ending staircase. Tonight, too, I stood silently, resisting the shadow's sweet promises of salvation and freedom. Before tomorrow's dawning light, I shall no longer be here. This is awful. The handwriting's a bit faded. 3 words. This is Latin, isn't it? Okay, it's not German. Well, I don't speak Latin either. The ripped painting stands tall despite its defaced canvas. Dreaded daylight. Such a depressing name. These are all written in Braille. Okay, anything else fallen over here? Okay, since I've explored the library... this. Yeah, I've already done that. What about this? There's an open journal on the desk. It was never my intention to break this family apart, but I can no longer bear it. The incident is nothing more than an unfortunate twist of fate, or so I've been told. Physicians, psychologists, holy men, no one has been able to help her. My wife's ailments aren't from this realm, and I, a mere mortal man, cannot cure her. No matter my efforts or how much I've sacrificed for this family, it's all been for naught. I don't recognize my own daughter. I'm unable to deal with her outbursts. My son has become reclusive, introverted. His disdain for this family is palpable. To you I leave this will and a final pen to look after my children after her passing. I shall write as often as I can. It's addressed to someone named Eleanor. Corroded by rust and mold, the once fancy sofa rests intact under dark stains. What about this? Comfy. Something about just a big old library in an old mansion. Especially with, like, the lighting coming through the windows like this. It's just, that's just peak horror atmosphere for me. Let me make another save. Don't believe I've done anything, so I can just keep using 3. This is a very long game for RPG Maker standards, for sure. Too dark. Good so far. Damn, yeah, time is just flying by. I really did go too long yesterday, but I'm taking tomorrow off. And I'll be getting these Pocket Mirror sessions uploaded throughout the week. So hopefully it stays comfy for everyone. Is someone there? Yes? Please, I need your help. I've been hearing strange voices outside. I have to go check on my father. I need you to get the key to this room for me. Alright. Where is it? Solve this riddle and you'll find it. Listen closely because I won't be repeating myself. Alright, chat, get your notebooks out. This is the interactive part of the stream. Write it down. Lurking in the shadows, lost in dismay, golden radiance lies unscathed, awaiting the light of day. At dawn shall the beasts awake, guided by the northern star you must advance. Drawn by cheerful chirping, hope always follows, in search of guidance turn to the heartful gallows. Announced by the bells is your demise, should you not pray for eastern sunrise. The door opens as he draws near, silence is your ally, clouded with fear. Oh, this is the hearing-based puzzle, isn't it? Oh, I remember this one being a little funky. Wait, I don't understand. You have to hurry, now go. Guess your dad's not that important to you if that's how you're gonna tell me. Oh, is this different? Alright, I'm immediately dead. This is different than how it was before. Alright. Guess I gotta listen to you repeat yourself and try again. Okay, I don't remember where it said to go during the first instance. Okay. Lurking in the shadows, lost in dismay, golden radiance lies unscathed, awaiting the light of day. What the hell does that mean? At dawn shall the beast awake, guided by the northern star. Okay, go up when the beast shows up on the side. Okay. Let's write this down. Everybody help. Drawn by cheerful chirping, hope always follows. In search of guidance, turn to the heartful gallows. Okay, turn to the gallows for direction 2. Announced by the bells is your demise. Should you not pray for eastern sunrise. So, should you not pray for eastern sunrise. So go east for when I hear bells. The door opens as he draws near. Silence is your ally, clouded with fear. Okay, so be quiet and wait for a door to open when that part happens. I think. First one's north. I can trial and error this. That was a crow. Okay. I thought I was waiting for gallows. Alright, I'm dead. I'm immediately lost. I thought I had it figured it out. I thought I had figured it out, but... Okay, first one's north. I have to keep rereading this a bunch of damn times then, aren't I? Lurking in the shadows, at dawn, the beast awake, guided by the northern star, you must advance. Drawn by cheerful chirping. Okay, I have to go towards the chirping. Alright. It's paying attention to the wrong part. Okay. No, I don't. Okay, you can just, let me know, yeah, because I don't really like this puzzle so far. I don't think I fully remember how it went before. Wait, I have to go one left? Let me see here. Stop when the bird caws, and then go one left. Why one left? What part of the puzzle indicates that? This is the old answer, though. Okay, that's true. Yeah, hang on. May as well see if the old solution still works here. I think I remember just looking this up, because it was kind of silly. Alright, here we go. Eight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's not 8. Okay. Left, 1 left for a dog, then go 6 up. 3's when the dog growls. That's different. 6 up again. Stop when you hear a bell. Oh. Three right from the bell. Wait for a door to shut and bell rings. Then 2 right. I don't know how I was supposed to get all of that from that little riddle. That's like some Silent Hill riddle level max weird stuff. It was kind of the same as the original solution, yeah. Am I alone on this? That just feels really weird to me. Well, whatever. Point is, I got it done. I'm gonna save so I don't have to do that again. There we are. Here, I got your key. You better be freaking grateful. Great, now open the door. The amount of steps seem kind of random, yeah. Rusty key. Got Harpay's card again. I look like a little bean. Are we good? I guess we're good. Now what do we got here? Is it getting more red in here? Uh-oh, I'm dying, aren't I? Yeah, I'm dead. Kind of reminds me of a room in, like, Silent Hill 3 there. Okay. Load. Just get back up the item and get out, I suppose. I got your key. Here you go. Let yourself out. Everything is just fine. I do really wish there were a lot more games like this. There are some more on Steam that I wanted to check out. It's kind of hard to find the time to take a chance on stuff like this, you know? As much as I love games like these, they're definitely not the ones that pay the bills. Wax record 2 of 5. Did I do all that just for the wax record? Was that completely unnecessary? There was a picture there, too. I'm scribbled out. What is this? I don't want to go in there. Well, I may as well go back to the library and see what this is. Was this puzzle just ignorable the whole time? I didn't get a key item for it. Yeah, Witch's House was the one that had you have to beat the game without saving. That was pretty rough. Yeah, I played the Mad Father remake. You can find that on the channel. God, that was like 2 years ago, wasn't it? Mad Father remake also had a little bonus mode that was fun to go through. Oh, Elise. Elise. It's like someone dropped something over there. You really did think you could fool me, did you? Didn't you? Worry not, my dear Elise. For I, your faithful patron, shall collect the deed in due time. You wouldn't want our lovely golden agreement to be all for naught, would you? This voice. Don't recognize that. I will play Little Goody Two-Shoes at some point for sure. Again, I'm not sure if there's an ETA on when Astral Shift is releasing that. I think, like, it got delayed a bit, and that's the reason why, like, they decided to release a Pocket Mirror remake. There we go. Let's take a look up here. Are you sure this will be alright? Of course, my love, you are safe here. There is no need for you to worry. What about your family? That's a different matter. It has nothing to do with us, my dear. What about your daughter? What about her? Won't she suffer for this? We'll be sure to take care of that issue soon. Now hush, my dear. Let us not worry about the future. Such an unpleasant conversation. Memoirs of a Young Lady, 1547. A young, elegant woman poses peacefully with a serene expression on her face. Underlying Desire, 1892. The painting of a boy attempting to escape the horned demon. Yeah, time really does fly. Startled me. I shouldn't have talked. The torn chandelier rests shattered on the floor. Its candles are strewn about. There are people in there. So I'm not going there. It does make me feel kind of old sometimes when I see, like, one of my own streams on YouTube. It feels like I played it last week, and I'll say, like, 2-3 years ago. Man. Time flies. There we go. How dare you disobey me? What have I told you about leaving the room during the night? I'm sorry, Father. This is the last time you will ever disobey me. Now get in your room, and do not dare come out until I tell you to. Do you understand? Yes, Father. Ugh. Poor girl. That reminds me of, the Chozo Mythos games. Broken wine bottle. Those were, like, that was the big horror series I kind of went through last year, or around this time last year, wasn't it? Those games like 5 Days a Stranger and all that, Trilby's Notes, those were fantastic. I gotta find some more like that. Maybe I should, like, ask about some, like, point-and-click horror adventure games. I don't know if there's really a lot of those on Steam. Those would be cool. Let's see. An array of several different alcoholic drinks rest upon the glass cart. Can I go in this room? Yeah, Yahtzee's games. They're definitely a lot of fun to go through. Crying. Hey, there's Harpay. Where have you been? Harpay, I've been looking everywhere for you. I'm sorry. I just heard a strange noise while you were gone. A strange noise? Yes. You didn't hear it? No, I haven't heard it. More importantly, are you alright, miss? Did you get hurt somewhere? Oh no, I'm alright. Just a horrifying downstairs I went through. That's a relief. However, you shouldn't go around by yourself, do you understand? No buts, miss. This mansion can be very dangerous as it's very old. You could get hurt if you wander around carelessly. I'm sorry, Harpay. It's all right, miss. I'm just glad you're safe and sound. I'm sorry, Harpay. I was just worried about you. Worried about me? Because that sound was so loud. And since you're... Oh, no, it's nothing. Just thought you could have gotten hurt. There's no need to worry about me, miss. But thank you. Come now, let us get inside at once. I'm sure you're feeling tired. Yes, let's. Give me your hand just so you don't get lost. Alright. Yay, let's go on an adventure. Oh, is this bad? Did I do a bad? Harpay, I can't. Harpay? Yes? Why is it so dark in here? Oh, I'm sorry, miss. There are no lights in this corridor, and it's gotten pretty dark. I know the way, so there's nothing to worry about. I see. Alright. We're here, miss. Yeah, I have not played One Shot ever. I really need to do that. Off is another one. I've been putting off that for years, too. No pun intended. Are you feeling all right, miss? I almost read that in like almost a pirate Mr. Krabs way. My head hurts. You must be tired. Ah, yes. It'll pass. Don't worry, Harpay. Please tell me if it doesn't. I can make you some tea. Thank you. Come, let's sit. It's best if we talk while sitting down. Where were you all this time, miss? Oh, does this matter? Very important right now. I know the first conversation didn't matter, but I'm not sure about this one. Doesn't matter? Okay. I went to the floor above the one we were in. The noise seemed to come from above, so... You shouldn't have gone there, miss. No, it's alright. I'm not upset. I was just worried about you. You don't need to make such an expression, miss. I'm sorry, Harpe. No, I'm sorry for taking so long to come back. Anyway, where are we? Oh, this is a simple reception room. I see. I'm so glad you're safe, my girl. Even so, you don't look a bit... Or you do look a bit bewildered. I'd just like to ask you something, Harpe. Please, go ahead. Are you the only person in this house? What do you mean? Sorry. I don't mean to scare you, but I've heard some voices downstairs. Voices? Yes. I'm sorry, miss, but there isn't anyone else other than the two of us in this mansion. Are you sure? Yes. It must have been your imagination, I'm sure. See, you must be right. You must be very tired, my girl. Perhaps you should take a rest. I have a few guest rooms. Oh, no. What's the matter? There is a button missing on your cardigan. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hadn't noticed it was missing. I'm so sorry, my girl. I mustn't have sewed it properly. I remember something about this part where these two cannot stop apologizing to each other. To the point where it's almost a little annoying. No, I'm sorry. I was the one who lost it. I'm going to get a new button upstairs. Would you like to come with me? If I go with her, it's a bad ending. Or I die, right? Yeah, so I want to say no. I didn't get a chance to save, so I'd have to sit through a cutscene again. I'm still a bit tired. Can I stay here and rest a little longer? That is all right. I do not mind. Won't take too long. So please be sure to get a good rest. Thank you. Exuberant porcelain vase delicately holds fresh, colorful flowers. The pale doll sits on display with a serene expression. This doll looks familiar. Dusk. I'm not sure if I remember this section. I guess it's safe to find on, 3 here. And I thought there was something back here. Well, there's plenty of point-and-click types. I suppose it's not just, one way to define everything. What's this? Ah. You finally come to me. Who are you? I've been waiting for you, Angel. What? What do you mean? I wasn't expecting you to forget about me this quickly. Jeez, over like 4 hours into the game and she only shows up now? I thought it was much sooner. Is my name Angel? Yes, it is. But then who are you? I am you, Angel. It's a shame you can't remember me. You see, we have a special connection. Like petals from the same flower, or so I would say. You are me, Angel, and I am you. How... It was my role to find you, and now that I have, it's your role to complete me. We don't have much time, but please listen to me. What are you talking about? It's time for us to be reunited, Angel. They've always tried to tear us apart, but now I finally found you. Wait. Miss, where are you? You have to come to me. I'm waiting for you on the other side of the mirror. Wait. You are not alone, Angel. I'll always stay with you from now on. Every time you need me, just knock 3 times on a mirror and I'll come to you. Wait, Angel. Please, you have to trust me. And please promise me you'll be careful. He's still out there looking for you. Wait, who are you talking about? I'll be waiting for you, Angel. What is that painting behind me? Where have you been, Harpay? I'm sorry, I got into this room and... Dun dun. Mixing still a bit all over the place. Haven't I told you not to wander by yourself? Could have gotten hurt. Oh, yeah, it shows her name as Angel now. Harpay. There's no helping it, is there? I'm sorry I yelled at you, miss. Take a drink every time these two apologize to each other. Harpay, is everything alright? Was there always a big painting in this room? A painting? No, there isn't. What's the matter, miss? You don't seem too well. Yeah, I took a quick drink here. Yes, what is it? Harpay? Is my name Angel? I'm sorry. What did you say? You just what? What did you do? Who told you that? Harpay, I don't want to hear any more excuses from you. Listen, my girl. Lies won't take you anywhere in this place. Enough is enough. It's time you face the consequences of your own acts. Playing house will not make everything better. Hiding won't make you invisible, miss. What are you talking about? I'm sorry. Oh, hang on, I need another drink. I got a bit carried away. I apologize. There's another one. Harpay. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know where I am or what I'm doing. Blade is gone, and now I met this strange girl, and Who did you meet? She said my name was Angel, and that she was me. Your name is not Angel, miss. And now it's question marks again. It's not? No, it's not. But that is enough. You mustn't meet this girl ever again. You mustn't trust her no matter what she says. But why? Listen, miss. I need you to listen carefully. As I told you before, I can't tell you your name, and I can't tell you who you are or what you should do from now on. However, I can protect you from whoever is trying to hurt you. Was Fleda trying to hurt me? I don't know, miss. All I know is that you mustn't trust anyone but yourself. Do you understand? No. I don't understand the situation at all. I see. Shall I leave you on your own, then? What? I'm asking you if you're going to walk away from this situation you don't understand. Why are you here, miss? What have you come here to do? I don't know. I don't know. What does that tell us, then? Didn't you want to know who you are, what your name is, and what you're supposed to do? Are you just gonna give all of that up? Harpay? I refuse to protect someone who has no will to thrive, miss. That is no longer my role. I'm sorry, Harpay. Here we go. I don't need your apologies. No! I mean it. I understand what you're saying, Harpay. I do want to know who I am, what I'm doing here. Please forgive me. I ended up pressuring you when it wasn't my intention. Another sip? No, you're right, Harpay. I can't simply give up. I'm glad you understand, miss. I need you to trust me. And I need you to stay true to yourself. That is the only way you will ever find the answers to your questions. This is what I've been trying to tell you. I'm sorry. I went overboard. Another drink? It's a good thing this is just water. Otherwise, I might be dead by the end of this chapter. For real. Drink's already gone? Yeah. No, it's alright. I don't think you're trying to hurt me, Harpay. Oh? Thank you, miss. Thank you for trusting me. Harpay? Oh no, it's nothing. I'm just feeling a bit overjoyed, that's all. Anyway, I got the button we needed to fix your coat. Thank you, Harpay. You're welcome, my girl. It's done. Thank you, Harpay. You're welcome, miss. Well then, shall we go? Go where? I need to take you to a safe place. We can't stay here forever now, can we? Oh, I see. Let us hurry. Okay, touch the painting as soon as I can move. Is something the matter? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just... Another sip. Come now, my girl. You mustn't dawdle. I'm sorry. Here we go again. I'm making it so noticeable how much they say sorry. I think that was something I joked about when I played this years ago, wasn't it? Okay. Now to make a save again. Is there anything on the sides I can do here? Why, hello there, miss. Long time no see, get it? Now, Pumpkin, you should know better to act like a proper adult. Just kidding. It's almost time for my nap. I can't wait. Why not take a nap right now? You can collect the other wax records in here. Okay, we can do that. Oh, no, my beauty sleep has to be perfect or my leaves will fall off. You really have no common sense now, do you? I'll start the countdown. 1 and a 2 and a 3. That might be why I missed them before. So there's no penalty for keeping Harpay waiting, right? Assuming we're going by old logic. My days of being a comedian are long gone. I have now dedicated myself to the art of meditation. I remember there was one RPG Maker game that reminded me a lot of this one. It was Aria's Story. I remember I played the 2.0 version with the extra endings and extra scenes. That one was a really fun one. Even though I had a lot to think about for that ending. Hey there, little girl. Would you be interested in a quiz? Everything's good until I go to the staircase. Okay, thank you. Get everything right, I might give you a reward. Yes. Alright, why not? Choose a subject. Once again, the mixing is all over the place. It's really loud here now. Oh god, I hate both of these. History. Cheat with me, chat. Cheat. When was Julius Caesar assassinated? Alright. Collective brain power, let's go. You think I know the answer to this? Well, guess what? I don't need this in my daily life. I genuinely don't know. 44? Just the first answer that's listed. Quite smart, aren't you? Oh, it's just for pumpkin charms, but okay. Wow, you got 42 charms? Good for you. This is really good music. Journal with some doodles, but there's something here. I prefer silence to playing the piano. I prefer it over the sound of my tutor's voice, brother's voice, father's voice, mother's voice I've never heard, although I was told it used to be loving and gentle. My own voice, however, is the one I hate the most. I'm not sure if I did all this before in the... Oh, okay, it loops. Harpei's chapter is like... It's really dialogue heavy compared to the others in the game. I think that's why I don't remember as much in terms of, like, exploration for this part. Because I remember how the next few parts start to go. A bottle of wine rests on the cloth table, accompanied by grapes in a tall glass. Charms. Crimson Waters, 1522-23. Lonesome vessel sails the calm crimson seas as if waiting a new storm. So are the wax things here, or are they elsewhere? There are a lot of books about art. I don't always remember a lot of the music in this game, but this track is really nice. Is it the same OST, or did they update, re-record any of this? Various utensils lay on the work table, seemingly ready to be used. Nothing here. Okay, what about the other one? Forced out of its tube, chunky red paint flows freely on the floor. Slowly oozes in the container, spreading across the floor. It seems like that's it. Is it just pumpkin charms from this, and that's all? Seems like a bit of lore and stuff, yeah. Poems for the Heart, Prose for the Mind, by Michael Johann. That's how you say that, right? Poems for the Heart. Numerous loose notes litter the floor as if forgotten in time. There's a lot of volumes of books on the shelves. Alright. I don't see them here, so I'm gonna move on. Unless you know where they're at. Again, things can always be changed. Oh, there it is. There's a picture here, too. I'm assuming hidden in the other room is where I'll find the final one. Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever found 3 and 4. What have I not checked here? The canvases? This canvas is blank. Various utensils lay on the work table. No, it's not it there. Oh, there's 5 total. Hang on, didn't it say out of 4? Or am I misreading that? Oh, out of 5, yeah. Okay. Thought it was IV, not V. Okay. Crimson Waters. A series of paintings. Okay, maybe the only one to pick up is there, huh? Fiery Demise. Oh. Pumpkin Charms. Witching Hour. Women gather around a horned demon at dawn, dancing around a wildly burning fire. Okay, it's safe to save. Okay. Really good music. But you only hear it there, which you can kind of ignore. 3rd floor. Okay, this must be the 2nd floor then, hence the 2. So I want to go upstairs. Knew it. So is this entire area just completely ignorable, and I'm just checking it for the wax figures? Or whatever? It's locked. Mr. Pumpkin? Hello? Maybe it's just a lamp. It's locked. Doesn't look like I'm going far here. Oh, hold on, I can check that. A kind poet, painted of a man wearing a feathered hat and a serene, peaceful look in his eyes. Nothing else here. Knew it means night. A prideful poet, painted of a man wearing a feathered hat and a prideful, smug smirk on his lips. Artificial flowers remain untouched. Aha. I never liked these hunting trophies. The ram's slit-shaped pupils stare blankly, devoid of any light or life. Partially covered in spiderweb, the trophy hangs on the wall, stripped of any of its former glory. Multiple rooms here. A pumpkin! Whoa, you scared me. Oh, I'm sorry, I just got a bit too excited. Mind your manners, miss. That's not the kind of behavior we're expecting of a young lady like you. Are you a lamp too? Yeah, that's a door. Are you alright? Oh, miss, you wouldn't believe what has happened to me. What happened? I lost my precious rosary. I absolutely cannot live without it. I've looked everywhere for it, but I can't find it. It's alright, miss, I'll help you. So please don't cry, alright? Oh, thank you, miss, thank you. You're welcome. Alright, add it to the list of things to do. Are you a lamp too? You a lamp too? It's locked. Magnificent trot. 2 beastly horses engaged in a heated battle fighting for supremacy. Gonna go in a big circle now. What about this? Don't remember this area. I'm starting to wonder if this really is ignorable or not. Like, can I really just follow Harpay up the stairs and skip all of this? I find that kind of hard to believe. Okay, trees are blocking the way. I can't go anywhere. Okay, nothing over there. I see nothing over this way. Can't interact with that. Seems to be a dead end. It's locked. Alright, back the way we came. The door just shuts. Alright, can't do that. The door won't budge. Okay. I've looked everywhere. I think the rosary must be in the garden then. Maybe I just missed something. Let me talk to her again. Maybe she gives a hint. They're coming for me. I know it. Who are they? A little girl like you wouldn't know. Chasing Rumors, 1623. A dark path extends to the depths of the painting, clouded in a mystery and cold tones. Is it telling me to look in the darkness for the rosary in the garden? Like, should I see a prompt above my head? No, I don't see anything. I'm not sure what to do here right now, actually. Can I go over this way? Apparently it's on the side in the dark. Okay, I was right. The painting was the hint. Which side, though? Don't see anything there. So I just gotta feel out every tile now? I might just do that. Nope, I don't feel anything. I can't go over to the sides here. Or can I? Aha! Didn't see this path before. Multiple doors. Now, where the hell am I? I don't want to get too close. Ah! Spooked again. Are you a lamp? I unlocked this from the other side now. Okay, perfect. I'm starting to vaguely remember this part now. I think this is mandatory. I can't just follow Harpay up. I think if I do, there's just like a locked door or something. Wrapped by old cobwebs, the grandfather clock stands, lost in a deep sleep. What about over here? I think I vaguely remember this room. A narrow mirror hangs on the wall, its surface covered in grime. Call out to Angel. Angel? She not here? Angel? I need to get out of here. Maybe, yeah, leave that there. Maybe something spooky happens if I'm not careful. Oh, there's a water tile here. Wondering what that noise was. Oh, there's the rosary. Here it is. Okay, it wasn't in the... Uh-oh. I should probably get out of here. What happens? Oh, crap. I can't walk on it. Excuse me? Oh, the door was there. Jesus. Damn it. I was clearly trying to press that there. Oh, come on. Come on. It wouldn't let me out. I saw the prompt, and then, like, the door prompt just disappeared in that area. I had to, like, move away and get back to reset it. How far back did I get sent? Well, there's nothing to pick up along the way. I know exactly where to go. All the doors are pretty much locked and closed. Oh, this again. Okay, yeah, I didn't see these. Just gotta go pick up the rosary. All is fine. All is great. Yeah, don't cry. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. What's let's run out. We're just going for a little walk. I'm actually not sure. How far along into Harpay's chapter am I? Am I close to the end or not? I have no idea. Let me just unlock this here. And go back through. Hang on, I should be able to open up the save point down here, won't I? There we go. Okay, I looped around a big circle. File 3. Not close at all? Yeah, I figured as much. Was this here before? Look, guys, there's someone here. Hello, young lady. Are you early to the party? What party? You don't know about the party? Hey, guys, she doesn't know about the party. How come you don't know about the party? What are you doing here, then, little girl? Oh, I'm just... You shouldn't go to the party now that you're here. Or you should go to the party. Ah, hi. You never know, miss. You might just find your Prince Charming. Ha ha ha. Okay, pumpkins. Alright. Now that I've saved... That's not the one I can go to. Is it this one? Alright. It's about to get goopy and gooey in here. Everybody get your hand sanitizer ready. What even is that? It's a dress? There we go. I don't want to go back in there. Now with that attitude. Come on, it'll be fun. Be like a pool party. Here, I got your rosary. Oh, wait. Miss? You're not even here. Miss, where did you go? I'll leave it here. She might come back. The party. Okay, I guess I can go in now. Now, is there anything specific I need to do in here? A party? Okay. Go to the piano. The grand piano rests at the center of the room. Its surface carefully polished and shiny. Aha! There's a picture here, too. One more now. Grand piano. Framed in gold, the harp's pearl white strings remain untouched. There are quite a few acquaintances present here tonight, so it's become a good chance to chat the night away. Don't you feel more at ease when you're surrounded by people you're familiar with? Yes, it does make me feel better. It seems everyone's enjoying the party. I wouldn't have come to this tedious party if it weren't for the host's kind invitation. Too bad he already has a mistress. But don't tell anyone, you hear me? Don't worry, I won't. Are you one of the servant girls? Oh no, I'm not. Would you please fetch me a glass of wine? Thank you. Oh, I know you got no head, but clearly you got no ears either. Bursting out of their vase, the arrangement of roses graces the room with its fragrance. Do you know what I hate about this type of gathering? That you can't avoid bumping into old acquaintances, ignorant ones at that. I see. It seems my only option will be to force a smile and indulge in the white wine again. At least the wine won't try to impose its presumptuous opinions on me. I've never seen you around here before. Are you a new guest? Yes, I am. I have been looking forward to this party for the whole past month. I'm finally old enough to join the other guests in their adult conversations. Welcome, my precious guest, to the annual private gathering. As you all know, we're gathered here today to celebrate our bonds as friends and partners. The time of prosperity has come and it must be embraced. Tonight is not a night for negotiations, conflict, or troubles. Tonight is a night to enjoy. It is a night to get away from all of your worries. It is with great... Oops. What is the meaning of this? Someone just got moited. Everyone, let us calm down. Silence, please. What does that say? L-A... something D-E? No. L-N-D-E? Is that middle one an A or an N? I must ask all the guests to leave this room at once so we can proceed with the investigation. Please leave in an orderly fashion. Butlers, please assist our guests. What's going on? What should I do? What do you need, little girl? No, it's nothing. I better not disturb them. I better not disturb them. Hey, miss, where do you think you're going? Oh, you are not allowed in there, but I'm sorry, miss, I can't let you through. I better not disturb them. Okay, still getting kicked out here. Yeah, it's probably L-A-I-D-E. What does that mean? Is that German for anything? How do you say it? Laid? Lied? It's locked. Couldn't open it from the other side, though. Yeah, this part doesn't open. It's French for ugly. Oh, okay. Not German. Locked. Should probably make another save now that I've come this far. Now, apparently the last wax thing is after the party. Not sure when I can get it. At least according to Google Translate, that's what you got. Okay. Now that was a great party. Boot it out. What? She has dialogue for this one? I don't want to go back in there. Nothing here. What about the garden? Can't seem to talk to anybody here. There's that duck again, but I can't go over to it. Oh, there we go. It's a white swan. No one's out here, are they? Better not disturb them. Well, who do I disturb, then? What do you need, little girl? No, it's nothing. Maybe I need to find something and talk to him. Maybe I need to try all the doors or something. A pumpkin! Okay, same thing as before. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Oh, this is open now, okay. This is scary. It's huge. An old vest hangs loosely. Its once glorious patterns now faded. Antique porcelain vases rest on the tall dresser. Antique porcelain. Okay. Maybe I could... Here she is. Angel, you called. Angel. I'm so glad you actually called me. Oh, what's the matter? My name isn't Angel. Huh? What do you mean? Harpay told me that wasn't my name, that I shouldn't talk to you. So you chose to believe her instead. I like how her head on her portrait art is just tilted now, because in the original, her art was pretty much just a recolor. It kind of makes her stand out just a little bit. Just a very subtle detail I like. That's understandable. Don't worry, Angel. I guess it is a bit too much to ask of you after all. No, that's alright. You're free to believe in whatever you like, Angel. Just don't forget, I'll always be here waiting for you. Angel? Yes? It's nothing. So why did you call me? Did something happen? I got separated from Harpay. I ended up in this place, and I don't know what I should do. Something horrible happened at the party now, too. You mean the murder earlier? How did you know about that? Angel, you're so silly. I know everything. I am you, remember? So, what are you gonna do about it? About what? About the murder. Are you listening to me? I'm sorry, Angel. I'm just a little confused. Listen, Angel. I'm not forcing you to believe me, but I am saying the truth. All I'm trying to do is help you get out of this place. I want to be reunited with you as soon as possible. I need your help to be together with you again. So please, don't let Harpay fool you. But Harpay is only trying to help me too. I'm sorry. I just don't know what I should believe anymore. That's fine, Angel. We have time, and besides, I will always be here for you. I promise you I'll tell you everything I know once you find me. But for now, let's try to get you out of this mess. Angel? Thank you. Don't be silly. We should try to help each other, right? Yes. Hold back like a hiccup there when I'm talking. Now, my best guess is to talk to the guest and try and figure out how to leave. I see. I'll try that. Don't be scared, Angel. You can come talk to me whenever you want. Let's try getting you out of here together. Yes. Good luck out there. What if I talk to her again right now? Angel? You said I could talk to you at any time. You liar. If we don't find the culprit tonight, they may strike again. Alright, so now I guess I gotta talk to everybody. These kinds of events aren't really my cup of tea. I prefer to stay at home and read a good book. That does sound a lot more pleasant. Okay, save at 3. I feel sorry for the victim. She wasn't that ugly. You're much uglier than her, so why was she the one who died? What the hell is everyone's problem in this game? This specific track is much louder than everything else. I heard some rumors about the victim. Are you interested? Ah, yes. Yeah, she does give that retail smile in moments like that. Haha, I knew it. I knew it. What? You weren't even invited to this party. I'd stop making a fool of myself if I were you. Wow. What do you want? I want you to smarten up and be likable, but I know that's not gonna happen anytime soon, so I'm just gonna move on. Oh, here she is! Here she is! What? You're that girl who wasn't invited! Yeah, what the hell you want? But don't worry, we won't tell. We won't tell. Thank you, I guess. The nerve of some people. Is everyone alright? No, actually, it's not. I can't stand how conceited people are nowadays. They have no idea what the latest trends are, but insist on discussing them. I see. They haven't even gone to Paris yet. Paris, and yet try to sound smart by discussing imaginary trends. Especially that person. Dyeing your hair red isn't even a trend anymore. I'm done with discussing these matters with ignorant people. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's so great. I remember when I was a kid and I see, like, rich people in games and cartoons and they act like this, and I thought, wow, that's really stupid. And then I got older and realized, oh wait, no, they actually kind of act like that in real life. Eek? Eavesdrop? I wonder if anyone will be put to blame tonight. Of course not, don't be silly. We all agree that it was for the better. No one even liked the poor girl. I'm sure they're just taking their time to clean up that mess before we can go back to the Grand Hall. You do have a point, my dear. I'm sure it took some courage to do it. It must have. Look at how she was dressed! Such a light-colored dress would have gotten stained in a matter of seconds. Knowing that person, she probably didn't even break a sweat. Indeed. They do say the fiercest women always go to extremes to prove their points. I wonder if she has a new target. I hope it isn't me. Don't be silly now. You know she has no interest in men whatsoever. Isn't that just a rumor? I wouldn't doubt it. Rumors do go a long way nowadays. Peek. So I'm looking for someone with a bright dress. Ow! My eye! That was rude. We need to find the culprit as soon as possible. Eavesdrop. It's such a shame the party was interrupted. Shame? I think she got what she deserved. She had been wearing the same trends as us. Talk about copycats. Too bad she was so ugly she couldn't even compare to our glamour. I remember the solution to this puzzle was something really annoying that I didn't get. I'm not sure if it's been changed or not. True, we need to hold our positions as the most stylish. Let's stop talking about the dead now, ladies. More importantly, did you know about the most recent trend? I don't think I have. Oh, is it the French hairdos? Not necessarily, I was talking about the English home déco. What was that about French hairdos? It's the most recent trend in France to dye your hair in extravagant colors. But that was how she achieved that amazing color. Wonder if we'll get to try that soon as well. Who would have thought that being a redhead was in fashion nowadays? That person sure is trendy. Perhaps we should invite her to be part of the glamorous meetings. Oh, but what if she finds us ugly? You do have a point there. At least we got rid of the ugliest of them all. Women are beautiful, yet very complicated creatures, don't you think? Why do you say that? They tend to have mixed feelings about things and can be very misleading. For example, I know from personal experience that women lie about who they hate and only tell the truth about the ones they like. Is that so? Okay. It sure is a lovely evening, isn't it? I'm feeling sorry for the host. this was supposed to be a grand event, yet... What about you? Do you know anything about the new trends? Oh, not really. Fine. Not like I expected anything from such a pitiful girl in the first place. Yeah, what's your problem? Everyone is so damn mean in this game. What do you want? Okay. You're very pretty, miss. She is. She really is. Oh, Doesn't she remind you of the dolls at our grandmother's house? She does, she does. Especially the one with the rat's nest on her head. Hey, you do not disrespect her floof. You can say a lot of mean things. You disrespect her floof, I will break your invisible legs, and you can cry invisible freaking tears about it. Right. There we go. Did this... Oh, this is something different. This was unlocked before. Completely corrupted by the passage of time, an old grandfather clock rests motionless. Maybe I gotta go back to Angel after I talk to everybody. What was that? It broke. About to be another murder around here. Is this a dictionary? The pages are all torn and scribbled. Letter L. Aha! What do you know? Gave me an explanation here myself. Ugly. Letter B. Blue. I know that one. Letter P. Father. Okay. Okay, doesn't seem to be anything else here. Oh! Oh! Okay. Well, that sucks. Tell me, miss. Yes? This might be a pesteris question, but... Have any of the guests been rude to you this evening? Yes. Yes, they have. Story of the whole frickin' night. But it's fine. Fine, I don't mind it. It's no use lying to yourself, miss. There's no need for you to tolerate such abuse. But I don't know how to react to that kind of situation. Sometimes it's best to walk away. I see. Thank you. Well, it's finally someone that's a little nice here. Eavesdrop on this one. Have you looked at her shoes? They were hideous. No wonder she got targeted. Now, ladies, you mustn't forget about the Countess's hair. Looks like a rat's nest. That's what it looks like. I'm not surprised, though. Do you know how old she is? Did she tell you? She never talks about her age. Her husband once said she was 45. How scandalous. She always says she's around 30. More importantly now, girls, have you seen that person's ribbon? Oh yes, it was marvelous. Such a sophisticated choice of color. Indeed, her style has never disappointed me. The color of that ribbon goes amazingly well with her hair. Too bad you can't say the same about that old witch. Poor woman, I actually feel sorry for her. Well, I don't feel bad for filthy liars. Do you know what I heard about her earlier? What? Don't leave us hanging. They say she's actually a ghost of a cursed widow. And if you talk to her after midnight, she'll take your soul. Are you serious? That's so frightening. It's probably true, too. I should go make a save after all that now. Feeling sorry for the host. Okay, I went through in a big circle. Party's ruined. I want to go home. Don't we all just want to go home? Four hours total playtime. Well, probably a bit more than that. Because I have to reload a lot. Hey, you weren't here before. You don't find the culprit. Okay, are they random? Try talking to Angel again. Now that I've done all that. Okay, it worked. You're here! Is there anything you need? For how long have you been waiting for me? For a while now. I've lost track of time, actually. Angel? But it's alright. We found each other, so we're one step closer. Yes, you're right. Let's hurry now. Yes. Angel? We not done? You're here! Is there anything you need? Where are you? Why can't you come to me? That's... I don't know how to explain. It's fine. You don't have to tell me, I was just curious. I'm sorry, Angel. I just need you to trust me. I do. I see. Thank you, Angel. Well then, if you need anything, just knock, alright? Yes, of course. Angel. Alright then. I guess I go talk to the host now to move on with this. I'm still not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do to get the answer. I remember this puzzle being, like, silly. I mean, if you've been watching this playthrough, you know that there's a few puzzles in this game that are a bit silly. So, what do you need, little girl? I found the culprit. Yes, I have. I know who the culprit is. Please don't make that sort of joke in this situation. Do you have any decency? No, I'm serious. I really know who it was. Oh, do you now? Yes. Alright then, Miss Detective. I'll gather the guests and we'll see if you're right. Alright. That'll be a fun series. The Small Floofy Detective. Alright. Attention, please. This little girl here claims she knows who the culprit is. Silence, please. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Yeah, you may as well be ready to correct me here. Now tell us, miss, who do you think is the author of this crime? It's the lady in the white dress, right? I want to say that that's the conclusion it's supposed to be. Or am I off base here? Okay, it is white. I just wanted to double check. Based on what I heard, it's a bit funky, but I'm pretty sure it's that. I think it was the lady in the white dress. You don't say you think. You gotta show confidence, girl. Unexpectedly, there are two ladies wearing white dresses tonight, so if the two would step out, please. So, which of these young ladies would you say is the culprit? This is ridiculous! I would never commit such a crime. There's no way a child could know who the culprit is. I agree, this is completely outrageous. Please, ladies, keep calm. How can we be calm in this situation? We're being accused of something we didn't do. I'm sorry, Where's your proof? I can guarantee you I'm not the culprit. The other woman's the culprit. Me? I'm not like these other mademoiselles. Mademoiselles, that's how you say it, I think. I'm innocent. Silence. Now please, tell me who the culprit is, lady. So, how am I supposed to know which one it is? Like, it's the one on the left, right? But what's the logic for... How am I supposed to know which one? Because the one on the left said something in French. Oh, that's the indication? Really? Okay. Seems like a bit of a reach to be the definitive answer there, but... I guess that's why there was the French trends talk, I suppose. I suspect the lady in the left. This is unacceptable. It's because that lady is French, I guess. I guess so, yeah. They wrote in French when they killed, so... This is unacceptable. Me? An assassin? Don't be ridiculous. Is the girl right? Are you the murderer? No, I'm innocent. I would be ashamed to have something like this happen in my own event. How can you allow a child to insult us? We are your guests. This is truly insulting. Uh-oh. You are right, young lady. I apologize for my behavior. As for you, my girl, you will be punished for your shameful demeanor. No, wait, can explain. Butlers, take her to that room immediately. No, please. Oh boy. Where am I going? Where am I at? Crayons? Where am I? It's so dark in here, I can't see anything. Is someone here? Huh? Who are you? I'm just... Were you locked up in here as well? Yeah. We're gonna be here forever. No one's coming for us. What do you mean? Once he locks you in this room, he'll never come for you again. That's what he told me. But there's gotta be a way out of here. There's a key somewhere in this room, but I've never found it. I'll look for it. It's useless. Okay. Locked up. It's locked. Maybe I could climb up this chair. Climb it. It's still pretty dark. What's that now? Do not trust your sight, for the truth lies beyond your reflection. Okay. Am I supposed to walk in the darkness, or what? Beyond your reflection? Is there something on the ground? There's a window up there. You might want to open it up. Yeah, I did that, though, didn't I? Do not trust your sight, for the truth lies beyond your reflection. Am I supposed to use the mirror here? Oh. Oh, using the mirror makes stuff appear behind me. That's cool. Here they are. Don't recall if they did that in the original. Don't think anything else shows up. I got the key. Open the box. Oh, there it is. Okay. There's a picture here, too. I found the keys. Let's open the door. Give them to me. Hey, wait. It's a broken wine bottle. This is the room where the argument happened and he threw the bottle. Which means the library should be around the corner so I can listen to these wax things. And the save... There it is. Okay, I picked them all up, so let's listen to them for that sweet lore. Starting with 3. I read the first 2. There we go. There is a secret I share with Mother. A secret you and Father pretend not to know about, but are well aware of its consequences. I'm intending to take it with me to the grave when the time comes, however. Unlike Mother, I will take his hand with full commitment. Not regret leaving you in that man's hands. Perhaps he so wishes we are able to meet again someday, my dear sister. I don't think I've ever done a playthrough where I got all of these before. Elise? What am I doing? Calling out to you like this. I'm so foolish, so lost without you. Everything changed, and no cigar, no liquor. Not even other women can take my thoughts away from you. Elise, if only I had known how to help you. Last one, 5 of 5. Time has come, and yet, atone for my sins. All of my regrets can belong to him. Greed has led me to this. I have no way of... My losses may never get to you, my dear. However, apologies will never be enough to cleanse our fates. Free me from my past. My dear friend whom I... Fateful night in the woods. Meet you in our rightful resting place. My dear, love, Rose, Ein. I got an achievement for all of those. Did that show up for you guys? Oh, there it was. Yeah, I looked at the recording window this time. It showed up for a split second. Okay. So now that I've done that, I guess I leave here. I don't remember how I leave here. It's locked. It said just... Hang on, can't hear anything from this room. It said phonographer or something. Because I got all the phonographs, I don't want to go in there. How did I leave here now? Was this it? Aha. Hey, third floor is locked now. Now let's finally follow her up here. Follow. Now what is this? The statue of a smiling cherub is planted in the center of the parlor, its surface completely smooth. I can hear a strange noise coming from the right wall. Can I head to the library to hear them all? I just did that. Didn't you see me do that? Here, something's knocking. The painting of a red rose, its image distorted by a shattered frame's glass. I can hear a strange noise coming from the right wall. There we go. In here. Yeah, you must have missed me all doing that in a moment there. Okay, I guess I'll go to the right room. An old telephone rests unused. Its cord leading nowhere. Pumpkin charms? Heck yeah. You look troubled, miss. Is something wrong? Everything is wrong, Mr. Pumpkin. What do you mean? You seem to be hesitating. That's no good, little girl. You mustn't doubt yourself. This is your time to move forward. What are you talking about, Pumpkin? Never mind. This is just one old pumpkin's rambling speech. Oh. What is this? Teddy spilled more jam everywhere. Statue of a mutilated cherub rests in a puddle of blood. I wonder who did this. Hear a strange noise from the left wall. Teddy spilled all the jam making a sandwich. What is the sound? The wall is hollow. Rip it off. No, it's strawberry, not raspberry. Very important details. Oh, I found the fun room. Harpay? There you are. Harpay, are you alright? Why, of course I am. What happened to you? Are you hurt? Nope, not at all. I'm fine, miss. There's no need to worry. You don't seem fine to me. Let me help you, Harpay. Can you stand? I told you I'm fine. But I just want to help you. Leave me be. I can do this on my own. Alright, now is this important? Does it matter if I help her or not? I'm assuming helping her anyway would be the good option, but you never know when these games just throw, like, wild logic at you and you have to do the wrong thing. Don't help her? Oh, okay, it's one of those days. Are you sure? I can help if you need me to. Yes, I am. Please stand back, little miss. I would very much appreciate it if you didn't underestimate me, my girl. I'm sorry, Harpay. I was just worried. Oh, hang on. Apology. Yeah, this part has a few different, random choices you have to get right now, which is kind of annoying. And where have you been all this time? I told you not to wander around by yourself. Why do you keep disobeying me? I'm just... No buts. You've been running away from me since you got here. How do you think that makes me feel? I'm sorry, Harpay. There we go. Another drink. No, I'm sorry. Here we go again. I'm just gonna hold my drink up. I don't need to set it down again. I won't do it anymore. I'm sorry. It's alright, miss. You're safe and sound now. Everything is how it should be. You don't look so well. I'm fine. Don't worry about me, Harpay. I see. No, wait. I didn't mean it like that. No, it's alright. I know exactly what you mean, my girl. Harpay, Well then, let us go. It's getting quite late. I think we should hurry. Alright. Before we do, there is something I want to ask of you. What is it? I want to hold your hand to make sure you don't get lost again. Hold up now. Say yes to this. May I? Of course! You have to get all of these correct or you don't get the good end, right? It's not like amounting in points or anything. It has to all be correct. Thank you, miss. What happened? That's something wrong. I, don't know. You mean, is everything alright? Yes. Perhaps you're just tired. Let's go to my room. We still have quite a bit to catch up on. Your room? Yes. You seem to be tired, and I think you could use a good rest. I'd also like to brush your hair once we get there, if that's alright with you. My hair? Yes, I remember it as such a beautiful color. Well then, let's go. ZR to interact. Okay. Alright. Now I need to save. Harpay, can I ask you something? Yes, of course. Are you hiding something from me? No, I'm not. Everything I do is for your own good, my girl. I wish you wouldn't question my actions. Is something the matter? You've been looking at me for a while. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. I'm just appreciating the fact that we're together is all. I'm sorry, I must have bothered you. No, Harpay, it's alright. You're too uptight sometimes. I think you should worry less about things. You're right, my girl. Thank you. Harpay, isn't it dangerous for you to be in this mansion all by yourself? It can be, yes. That's why I don't come here often. I see. Can I ask you something? Yes. Are you hiding something? Oh, have I looped through it already? Okay. Alright. Is there a save here yet? Did I miss one down here, maybe? Because it'd be very important to save right now with all the stuff I gotta do. Pierced by a pair of golden scissors, the chessboard lies shattered in the ground. Can't go back. Gotta be careful because I can die up ahead. Okay, I need to let Harpay do this. Painting of a group of people carrying a small coffin to the lake. There's so many strange paintings in this place. They've been here for a long time. I don't know them all. I see. Two dolls rest next to each other, one of them with its parts of its head completely crushed. Is everything all right? Yeah. A very dark forest consumes the canvas, as if tainting it in black. How do I get through here? Oh. I thought this was a wall for a second, not, a light hitting the floor. There's so much junk. Yes, I remember having left this room disorganized. This is a bit more than disorganized. I'm aware of that, miss. Sorry. Take it again. That is fine. Let us hurry. I'm taking very minor sips to preserve what's left of this. This wasn't here before. Wait, Harpay, let me help you. Oh no, I'm fine. I remember this room like the palm of my hand. But let me just make some room for us to go through. It won't take long. Hold up, this will be a good moment to stretch, yeah. Why are things so out of place? You alright? Yes, I'm fine. Don't help her, right? Hang on. Okay, don't. I don't get to save during this entire section, so I have to make sure I get everything right. Just please be careful. There's no need to worry about me, my girl. I will get us both out of this mess, so please just wait a little longer. Alright. Guess we're done. Oh, I saw something there. Nothing here. Aha. See? I did it by myself. What's the last one here? Hang on. I have to say that was dangerous. Understand this correctly. Both don't seem that different as an answer here, do they? That was dangerous, Harpay. That is why I went ahead, my girl. I did nothing more than my rightful duty. Thank you, Harpay. Oh, my girl, there's no need for you to thank me. I'm here to help you, and I always will be. Please don't ever forget that. I won't. Well then, let's go. Yes. Oh, there's the save. Okay. Done everything right so far, so it should be still safe to just keep going on 3. Old scraps of paper lie on the floor. I think I'm near the end of her section now. Come, miss, you should take a rest before we go any further. Oh, Okay, take a rest with her. Yes, alright. I guess I did get the save in the middle of that. Maybe the remake added that, if we're going by old walkthrough. Harpay? Yes, what is it? Perhaps you'd like some tea. No, I'm fine. I'm just worried. Oh, my poor girl. I told you everything will be alright. There's no need for you to worry about anything. I'll always be here for you. No, Harpay. I'm worried about you. What do you mean? You've been acting strange. It's as if you're not the same Harpay I first met. I don't understand. I'm sorry. There it is again. Hang on. Have I done you wrong in any way? Which one do I say for this? Was this in the old walkthrough version? I think it's yes. This isn't in the old version? Oh no. Oh no. Maybe this doesn't matter. Oh boy, I'm a bit worried now. Maybe that's why they added the save. Oh god. Everybody panic. There aren't any walkthroughs for the remake yet. So we're kind of going by the old route. Has she wronged me? I'll just hit yes. I can always reload. You're aggressive. I understand you care about me, but sometimes it's a bit unsettling. I'm sorry. Thirsty work right there. No, you're right. I have been a nuisance to you. That's not it. Oh, damn it, did I break her heart? You truly are kind, my girl. I'm sure you've had enough rest by now. We should get going. No, wait. As long as I get her regalia at the end. Don't dawdle now, miss. We are running late. We're almost there. You'll be able to take a rest soon. Let's go. What's this? There's a big book here. Memories are gifts to be held dearly, as they are the remains of what once was the subject of our love. Inspiring, isn't it? I think it's somewhat sad. How so? Assuming memories are only precious and dear after the things we love are gone. I think memories are more than just events to remember. Perhaps you'd feel that way because your own memories have disappeared. However, to me, my memories aren't necessarily joyful, nor are they something I'm proud of. To be able to accept your past and come to hold it dearly is something I cannot do. But even so, Arpe, are your memories of me bad? No. No, of course not. To me, you are the reason why I'm here, standing beside you. My memories of you are my most precious belongings. They're all I have. Arpe? Anyway, let's go, shall we? Okay. It's always possible that one question just didn't matter. That's why the walkthrough didn't mention it. Maybe it was in the old version. Are we... I read that wrong. Here we are. It won't take long now, miss. Go ahead and take a seat. Yes. Finally. I've awaited this moment for so long. What do you mean? Just adjust the volume. I knew you would come to me, miss. We can now get some rest. I was starting to get tired. Me too. Poor thing. You must have been through so much just to get here. It will be all right now, my girl. You'll finally be able to take a good rest, and perhaps get some sleep as well. Yeah, I feel like I haven't slept in days. Is that so? In that case, I'll make sure to pamper you as much as you'd like. Pamper me? Why, yes. I'll gladly prepare you a warm cup of chamomile tea, which I remember was your favorite. I'd also like to comb your beautiful long hair if you'd allow me to. It's so delicate, it could easily break. It would be better to tend to it as soon as possible. Oh, I've never paid too much attention to it. That's fine, my girl. You won't have to worry about a thing from now on, as I will take care of you. I'll make sure to keep you safe from harm. I'm here by your side, and I always will be. Arpe? Look, we're almost there. You and I belong... What's going on? I don't know. Please keep calm. Uh-oh. This isn't good. What happened? Harpay. Harpay, are you okay? Harpay, answer me. I'm fine. I presume you're all right? Did you get hurt anywhere, my girl? I'm completely fine. What about you? Can you stand? Yes, I'm all right. Come now, I'll help you stand. All right, hold her hand. Make sure I'm reading that right. One more decision after this. Thank you, Harpay. Are you sure you're all right? Yes, I'm fine. Where are we? Harpay? Harpay, where are we? I'll find a solution. Harpay, I'll get us out of here. I'll take care of it. Harpay? Harpay, stop. They're not closing. Harpay? Okay, last one I need to do. Just appeal to her. It'll be alright. Don't worry. We just have to keep going. I'm sure this will lead us somewhere. It won't lead us anywhere, my girl. There's nothing for us out there. Why do you say that? Let's just stay here for the time being. Nothing good will come of wandering around. But we can't just stay here. This is an order, miss. Harpay, I can't sit here and wait. But you will. No, Harpay, I'm sorry, but I can't. Where do you think you're... Where am I? Come back here. Please don't leave me alone. Nope. Where are you going? Harpay? You're coming back with me, miss. Harpay, come with me. Can't. I have to. Harpay? Alright. Hey, key. Yellow flute. Alright. I think this is the last section here. Before I get to her ending. Red flute. This is the puzzle that requires you to, like, hear it, right? I might need the answer for this one. Unless they changed it. Oh. Blue flute. Yep, I'm gonna wrap things up shortly. We're just at we're near the end of the chapter, so we may as well get to it. 4 little pipers lived in the city, playing their songs with a merry gladness. But evil was thrown away by their song, and everyone was filled with happiness. But evil is stronger than song, and the pipers pushed their luck, for when everyone least expected was the time disaster struck. One of the pipers bled out, while the other were caught by the plague. Another was struck by thunder, and the last one drowned in the lake. Plague does not rhyme with lake. I'm sorry, that stands out to me. And so evil took a hold of the land, spreading ruin and madness. The song of the pipers silenced forever, and everyone was filled with sadness. Black flute. Okay. Let me reread that. Okay. Evil is stronger than song. The pipers pushed their luck when everyone least expected. Disaster struck. One of the pipers bled out. The other was caught by the plague. Another was struck by thunder. Last one drowned in lake. If it's in this order... Red, black, yellow, blue. Okay. And so, evil took a limb. I have to listen to the flutes in my inventory. Is that how it's done? Take a look here. Okay. Am I supposed to put them in, like, ascending order of notes? Yeah, my drink's pretty much empty now. Go take a quick sip. Is this the order I do this? I'm supposed to match it to the order of the background music? Oh, that's how it goes. I'm basically freaking tone deaf. I literally cannot do puzzles like this at all to save my life. Wait, I got the puzzle in the right order from the written part, but the notes are in order. So it does go red, black, yellow, blue? Hang on. Let me just do it like this. Second keyhole. I remember this being a confusing one. Let me just do it like this and see if it works. Third keyhole, struck by thunder. I think that sounds right. Fourth keyhole, drowned in the lake. Yeah, that should be the 4 notes. Yeah, first try. I knew exactly what I'm doing. Freaking genius big brain move I pulled off there. It worked. I can get to Harpay now. Or I can go get Harpay now. There is no need for any of that, my girl. Harpay! I believe I told you not to leave me. Harpay, why did you leave me? Why are you here, miss? Answer me. I just... Why? After all I've done for you, my girl. Harpay? Tell me, was it something I did? No, Was it something I said? Harpay, that's not it. What is it then? Why do you avoid me? Why did you leave me? Harpay, please. Why do you reject me? Harpay, stop. Am I just that insignificant to you? Her eyes went red now. No. Am I that insignificant to you, my girl? No. Then what am I? What am I to you? You're my friend. I'm just trying to help you. Can't you see? That's rude. Why you do that? That is not your role. That is not your role, miss. Did I do bad? Is it because I got that one question wrong? There are scissors here. I don't recall this part. Maybe very, very vaguely. Oh dear. Eyeballs. I can't move right now. Happy family. Everyone died. Happy friends in the mirror. They were shoving me. I have to go get Harpay. Okay, I think I should save on 4, just in case. Jeez, that section was almost 20 minutes long since the last save? Seriously? Damn. They're locked. Oh. Good golly. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Such a tough crowd. It's you. Me? And who might that be? Pretty ill-mannered, aren't you, my girl? What? And rather slow as well. Oh, that's not... Hush now, you clasomaniac. Sheesh, how I hate these noisy... I don't remember what that means. I think I remember asking about that before. Moving on, tonight's show is a truly unprecedented sight. And it's certainly not for the faint of heart. Now, without further ado, here is a tale I like to call Serendipity. Alright, cutscene again. You mustn't dwell in guilt, milady. I don't want to shatter Harpay. Do not fret, I shall see to it in your stead. My protection is my pledge to you. The cutscenes do look great. Once upon a time, graced with strength and loyalty, was a single girl in shining armor. Might be hard to read all this. Yielding endurance and secrecy as her weapons, she left on a solitary journey. Indulging and demanding responsibilities in order to become the finest example of righteousness. A path to provide closure for her beloved. In order to protect what would never be hers, in order to preserve her privileged position. The maiden's love knew no boundaries, nor did it rely on selfish reasoning. cruel yet necessary sacrifice. Such a tedious and bland story, isn't it? Plain pretend had become the latest trend, it seemed. Clad in her prideful attitude, our knight in shining armor put up the biggest shows. And quite a show it was. Too bad her audience didn't enjoy her little fantasy as much as she did. "You are not my daughter," she scorned. "You're not my sister," he laughed. "You're not my daughter," he mocked. Indeed, she wasn't. Betrayal is always best served with a little disdain, I'd say. Reunited with her tears, our heroine wept and wept, despite all of my efforts. My sacrifice. I don't want to shatter Harpé. Promises are to be well kept, not forgotten. The same applies to one's reality, does it not? Good golly. Things so wobbly now. The end. Oh, indeed. Harpé? I've got to find her. Alright, may as well keep saving on 4. This should be the very, very end of this part. I think I'm about to walk into her ending now, and I should have done everything that should guarantee the best scene where I get the regalia. I didn't intend to go this long again. Don't worry, I promise I'm taking tomorrow off. I'm not wearing the cardigan anymore. Now I've got it back. What is this place? There, she's at her bed now, too. Harpé? You came to me. What happened? You walked away and I apologize, my girl. It wasn't my intention to hurt you. Now that's... I have no excuse for what I've done, miss. There's nothing I can do now to amend my demeanor. I should apologize to you, Harpé. Feel like I've disappointed you. Not at all. Even if that's the case, Harpé, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. There's nothing to apologize for, miss. I'm here to guide you, and I failed. There's no excuse. No, Harpé, I think you've done more than enough for me. You don't need to comfort me. I'm well aware I failed you. But you haven't. You were the one who saved me from that girl. You also comforted me. You listened to me, you even made this cardigan just for me. So please don't blame it all on yourself, Harpé. Aw. Thank you. Thank you so much. Harpé, please don't cry. I didn't mean to. You did nothing wrong, my girl. I'm simply overjoyed. Nothing more. Harpe, I want to thank you for everything. Talking to you made me understand myself a little better. Oh, my girl. I did nothing but my duty. Thank you, Harpe. You're very welcome, miss. I'm sure you'll be able to find your way now without me. Yes, I will. Thanks to you, Harpe. I still have a few warnings for you, my girl. Please listen carefully while you still can. Yes. That girl who chased you before, her name is Lisette. Lisette? She's deeply ill. Harpe, what does she want from me? Everything, I'd say. What do you mean? What she needs is your hand, my girl. You shouldn't approach her carelessly. She isn't what she seems. Lisette, she's part of the reason why I'm here. Harpe? You must find her. You both need to be reunited or else... Or else? I'm afraid you won't be able to find yourself. This is one request I must make of you. What is it, Harpe? Please, do not lose yourself. You are yourself, my girl, and no one else. I, on the other hand, am nothing but a glimpse of your name. I believe you'll find your way, so please... I beg of you, miss. Harpe? Please remember me. Harpe, wait. I'm sorry for all I've done. I never... No, Harpe, please. I didn't mean to hurt you. Harpe, please. Be careful. You mustn't let go again. Harpe, open your eyes. Harpe? No. Knowing the full story of this game really makes you realize just how unsatisfying the bad endings are for each chapter, and just how important the good ones are for each. Harpe's Regalia. No, that was the good ending. The fact that she was in the bed is a sign of the good endings. I don't know what that says. Harpe? Oh. Don't be sad. Means hairbrush of the moon. Now the O has been revealed in my name. Two major chapters left. I'm like 6 hours into this game. I mean, ignore the time on the bottom. It's incorrect with all the reloading from deaths. Intricate design decorates the backside of the old golden hairbrush. There's the letter O engraved on the back of the handle. Now let's get to the next save point. The second letter. Ever since that fateful day, my soul has become restless with regret. I have been driven by greed, and all that I have done, blame my own foolishness on the innocent. I have exchanged my humanity for a chance at happiness for both myself and my family. But for you, my dear daughter, I've left nothing but shame. Nightmare. Haha, I get it. Where's the save point? There it is. Alright, so this is a good place to end. I had to do the end portion of Fleda's chapter today when I started. So far, this has been good. I've really been enjoying going through this again. I did 2 long sessions of this back to back, didn't I? Harpay's chapter is good, but it really is quite a bit of a lore dump, and the first time you play this game, you might not even... A lot of it's going to go over your head, but I know what's going on. There we go. There we are. I was really worried I wasn't going to get the good ending for it. But anyways, I think it's time to wrap this up for the night. I did some long streams today and yesterday, so I need to take a break now. I hope you all had fun. I'm enjoying this game a lot. Thank you all for sticking around. I know games like these don't exactly do the best for me when I do them live, but they're really fun. Again, you know, I used to do these all the time back in the old days. But anyway, I hope you had fun. If you're watching on YouTube, look forward to more soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.